Can you actually lose belly fat in just 7 days? Well, the answer is yes, but not in the way that most people think. You see, most guys starve themselves, do endless crunches, and drink detox tea in the hope that they'll lose their belly overnight. It just doesn't work like that, and I know that for a fact because I was stuck in exactly the same position for years, fat, frustrated, and convinced that my belly fat would never go. But the truth is, belly fat is absolutely beatable. And if you follow the 7-day protocol I'm about to lay out for you, within a week you will see your waist tighten and your belly start to flatten. So let's get into how you're actually going to do this. The first step to losing belly fat in the next week is collecting data, because if you don't know where your starting point is, you will have no idea if what you're doing is actually working, and that's the fastest way that people get discouraged and quit. I experienced this myself many times. Whenever I started a new diet plan or workout plan, I would never see where I'm at when I started. And within a week, I would say to myself, I'm not really seeing any progress, and the scale wasn't moving in the way that I wanted it to, and I would quit. So here is what I want you to do. Firstly, weigh yourself first thing in the morning before you consume any water or food. Secondly, if you have a tape measure, wrap it around your waist and measure the circumference. And thirdly, I also want you to take a front and side photo of your body in good lighting. This is really important because sometimes belly fat loss doesn't show up immediately on the scale. This can be due to bloating and water retention. But if you measure your waist a week from now and you've lost half an inch, that's undeniable proof to yourself that this stuff works. And look, if your waist circumference is over 38 inches, that's a really big red flag, but your belly fat is high. And even if you're under that, you still need to be tracking this stuff every single week. You have to do this because if you do not know your baseline and your starting point, you have absolutely no idea if you're making progress or not. So you can't make the necessary adjustments that are sometimes needed. By the way, if you want to work with me directly so that you can lose that belly fat, build muscle, and reclaim both your energy and your confidence, simply click the first link in the description and book a call with me. With that being said, once you have the data, if you want to see noticeable belly fat loss within 1 week, the absolute biggest lever you can pull is resetting your nutrition. You're going to do this by creating an environment to where your body has no other choice than to burn your stored fat. Let's start with calories, because if you don't get this right, you will have absolutely no chance in losing any fat whatsoever. You have to burn more calories than you consume each day so that your body taps into those fat stores and uses them as fuel. For the 7-day protocol, I want you to consume between 500 and 1000 calories less than your body burns per day. That's going to allow you to burn fat at a good rate without you feeling like shit. Below, I've attached a calculator where you can work out your maintenance calories. Once you have that number, simply minus 500 to 1000 off of that number, depending on how fast you want to see results. And once you have that number, you need to structure how you're actually going to get those calories in, and your number one priority should be protein. You have to aim for 1 gram of protein per pound of your desired body weight. So if you're sat there right now at 240 pounds and you want to be 180 pounds, then you need to eat 180 grams of protein per day. That level of protein is going to do 2 things for you. Firstly, it's going to keep you full because your body takes longer to digest protein, which makes it way less likely for you to overeat. Second to that, it's also going to prevent you from losing muscle. And for many people, especially if you're new to weight training, it's actually going to allow you to build muscle during this process. Protein was one of the biggest catalysts that allowed me to lose 70 pounds of fat. For as long as I can remember, I was always riddled with cravings for snacks, sugary drinks, and just food that I shouldn't be eating. Once I upped my protein intake, I felt full a lot of the time. And because of that, I lost fat because I wasn't overeating anymore. So what should your meals actually look like? Well, your best bet is building every single one of your meals around one of the following foods: Greek yogurt, eggs, chicken, fish, or beef. Those 5 should be your absolute staples in your diet. And then you add high volume, nutrient dense foods like vegetables, fruits, and oats. And if you have absolutely no idea what to eat, but you're not the kind of person that wants to eat plain chicken and rice forever, you can get my free fat loss Kickstarter blueprint in the description, and I'll send you over some of the recipes that I personally eat every single day. Okay, so now you know what you should be eating, but you also need to know what you should avoid eating. And that brings me on to one of the biggest reasons why your belly is so fat. And it's because of ultra processed junk food. If there was only one change I would tell you to make over the next 7 days, it would be this. Highly processed foods like crisps, sweets, fast food, and soft drinks contain tons of calories with near to no nutritional value. They cause blood sugar spikes, trigger cravings, and send more fat straight to your midsection. They are designed in labs to override your hunger signals, which is why you can eat a pizza that has 2000 calories in one sitting, but you'd struggle to finish 2 chicken breasts and salad that contains just 600 calories. So for the next 7 days, cut out as much of that crap as you possibly can. Obviously, I'm not saying you can never eat it again, But as long as 80% of your diet is coming from single ingredient whole foods, you stop the vicious cycle of constant cravings and more fat storage. Also, something that will help you massively is implementing a restrictive eating window. This is usually a period of time between 8 and 12 hours where you're going to consume all of your calories. 90% of people overeat at night. In the last few hours they are awake, so I would suggest to you that your eating window stops 3 hours before you go to bed. So if you are in bed at 11, then your eating window could be 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Okay, so now you know where you're at and you're restricting the amount of calories that enter your system, but now it's time to burn more calories. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know that I don't really think about cardio in the traditional sense because most busy guys just don't have 90 minutes a day to walk on a treadmill. So what I like to do is work cardio into your existing schedule. In the modern world, most guys don't really move much. You commute to the office via train or via car, then you're glued to your desk for 8 to 10 hours, then it's straight home and you just lay on the sofa. In fact, the average man walks 4,000 steps per day. Now listen to this, 1 pound of fat equates to 3,500 calories and 1,000 steps burns around 40 calories. So by doing 10,000 steps a day, you would burn 400 calories or more per day. So it would take just 9 days for you to lose 1 pound of fat. And bear in mind, that's whilst changing nothing else at all. So you can see the power that simple movement can have. And it's so fucking easy to work those steps into your existing day. Walk part of your commute, take your work calls whilst you're walking, and use the hour or 30-minute lunch break that you have to walk. A prime example of someone who did this really effectively was my client Jay. He lost 40 pounds of fat in 180 days, and one of the biggest catalysts towards that was he would get off the train early on his commute to and from work. This made it easy for him to get 10,000 steps in every single day. And I mean, the results speak for themselves. And look, if you want to ramp things up a bit, you can do 20 minutes of incline treadmill walking after any weight session you do. That's going to burn around 200 calories per session. So if you're doing 4 weight sessions a week, that's an extra 800 calories burned. The beauty of simple movement is that it compounds. It doesn't really feel like you're doing cardio, but by the end of the week, that's thousands of extra calories burned. So remember this, your diet creates the deficit, but your movement accelerates it. So nail both of them and your belly fat doesn't stand a chance. Now over the next 7 days, this next part isn't a necessity, but I thought I would touch on it because if you want to make a full transformation into a lean, athletic and powerful physique, you have to weight train. Lifting weights is what builds muscle. Fat loss is one thing, and if you concentrate on that, of course you're going to lose fat. But if you completely ignore muscle, you're going to end up looking flabby, soft and weak. Lifting weights completely fixes that. When you weight train, you are minorly damaging your muscle fibers. Your body realizes that and it builds them back bigger so that it can cope with that same stress next time. If you do this whilst you're in a calorie deficit and eating an adequate protein intake, your body will build muscle whilst it burns fat, creating a body that most men aspire to. So over the next 7 days, get yourself in the gym for 3 sessions of around 45 minutes and push yourself. Focus on presses, rows and squat-based movements and start to build the habit of weight training regularly. Take a look at my transformation. I lost 70 pounds of fat, but I also gained 8 pounds of muscle in that same time period. If I only focused on fat loss, yes, I would have got lean, but I also would have looked soft and flat. That's why building muscle whilst you lose fat is so important so that you can make a proper transformation. The next part of this is arguably the most important, but it's also the most overlooked, and it has a massive impact on your belly fat, and it's sleep and stress control. In fact, you could be in a calorie deficit, weight training, getting your cardio in, but if you're not sleeping properly and you're too stressed, your body will do everything it can to fight against you. When you don't get enough sleep, your hormones are all over the place. Your ghrelin, which is your hunger hormone, spikes, leaving you with cravings you cannot ignore. At the same time, your stress hormone cortisol rises, which literally signals to your body to store more fat around your belly, which is the last thing that you want. As well as that though, it decreases your test production, leaving you with less energy, less drive, and less motivation to stick to your fat loss plan, making it so much harder for you. So you have to start treating your sleep as important as it is. You need to get 8 hours of sleep per night. And again, 8 hours of sleep, not 8 hours in bed. And there are a few rules you can follow to make this easier for yourself. Firstly, no caffeine within 8 hours of your bedtime. Secondly, put the screens away an hour before bed. The blue light electronics produces blocks your body from producing melatonin, your sleep hormone. And thirdly, set a consistent bedtime and wake time. If you fix those 3 things, I can guarantee you will find it far easier to get to sleep. On the stress side of things, look, obviously it's not as easy as just saying be less stressed. The modern world is full of stress, and life nowadays is just stressful. But sometimes you need to take a step back and just relax a little bit. A couple of things that work for me are going for a 15-minute stroll and just clearing my head, and reading with zero distractions. You can get lost in a book after a while, and it really does help dissipate the stresses of life. Getting this step right can literally flatten both your bloat and your cravings in just a couple of days. You'll feel calmer and more in control, and that makes sticking to this fat loss plan 10 times easier. So finally, let's put this all together in a checklist. So over the next 7 days, you can start getting that belly fat burning. Number 1, track your calories using MyFitnessPal and hit a 500 to 1000 calorie deficit. Number 2, hit 1 gram of protein per pound of your goal body weight spread across 3 to 4 meals. Number 3, eat 80% of your calories from single ingredient whole foods. Number 4, you should implement a restrictive eating window. This should be built around the times that you usually overeat to prevent that. Number 5, hit 10K steps a day minimum, no matter what. Number 6, weight train 3 times, focusing on compound movements. And number 7, get 8 hours of sleep every single night. If you manage to take all of that off over the next 7 days, you will notice that your belly is flatter, your cravings are reduced, you have higher energy, higher mental clarity, and I guarantee you the scale would have dropped. Now look, are you going to get a 6-pack in the next 7 days? No. But what I can guarantee you is this will be the catalyst and the undeniable proof that you need for yourself to make a full transformation. So seriously, just commit yourself to this. Write down the checklist, stick it on the fridge, and do whatever it takes to get it done. If you can do this over the next 7 days, you can commit to it for long enough to see your belly fat disappear and stay away for the rest of your life. And look, if you want my direct help doing this so you can lose your belly fat, build muscle, and reclaim your energy and your confidence, click the first link in the description and book a call with me. Other than that, I hope this video helped, and I'll see you in the next one.